Soy Yukiro Adui. Today I'm just going to have a quick conversation about some new screenshots that have been released. The first one we'll go over is the new Minecraft leak. There's a couple, but I'll just show the one as they were pretty much the same object anyway, so it would be redundant to show the same image, well, the same object twice, just in a different position. So, as you can see here, you can see the a Minecraft tree, and you can see how blocky it is, and even the wood part itself looks rather blocky. I'm actually really glad that they kind of went with that style. I don't know what the people are going to look like. I think they're going for a live action sort of look, but they might have the people look a little bit more blocky. If they do, I'm sure they can pull it off. I'm not sure what they'll do. I don't think they've released any images of characters or anything. It was just the one tree that's been shown off from what I've found. But I thought it'd be interesting just to show, because it definitely looks like they're going for a more Minecraft feel. The other thing I wanted to talk about, and the main reason I was going to be making this video, is the up and coming quote-unquote live action new Lion King movie. I tolerated the first remake, but it wasn't that great. Let's be honest, let's be real. But they've released 4 new images, and I just wanted to go over them a little bit. Let's start with the first one. Now, this doesn't look too bad. I mean, the quality isn't the best, but it kind of looks like a lion cub, I guess. Background looks relatively backgroundy. I am eloquent. Anyway, so it doesn't look too bad. Definitely could do with some improvements here and there, but it's, without seeing it in action, I can't really say how great this looks. Then you have this image. Now I'm going to guess that this is Rafiki, or potentially his father or mother, or Rafiki's fairly old, so it could still be him. And I'm going to guess that this could be Mufasa's father, or maybe Scar's father, or this could be Mufasa and Rafiki when they're older. Again, this image doesn't look too bad. They look like what they're supposed to look like. You'll understand why I'm kind of mentioning that in a minute, but I digress. Let's carry on. Now, here's where the images get a little bit funnier, and not in a I'm laughing with you but I'm laughing at you kind of way. No. This is obviously child Mufasa. Potentially. I'm hoping they'll, at least if they're going to show Scar as a cub, they're going to make him look quite a bit different from Mufasa, because otherwise that would be just really confusing. But if they try and make the cubs look too similar, I don't think that's going to be great. But this is Disney we're talking about, so hey ho. Now, I don't know what they're doing with this expression. I'm guessing they're trying to be more expressive, because that was something that was heavily criticised from the first live-action remake. However, this doesn't look like a cub in distress. This just looks like a cub who is having some sort of goofy moment and isn't currently falling to his current doom. You know what I mean? It just looks like he's grinning and laughing, and he looks way too happy to be falling out of that tree. Now, this is where things get worse, and not in a fun way. Um, it's from the same sort of time frame as the first image I showed. So again, you got the dark and dreary background. But there's something a little bit off about this particular screenshot. Something that doesn't quite look right. Something that looks a bit strange. Now I've got a slightly bigger image of Mufasa. So, Disney, tell me why Mufasa here looks like he and his limbs are all broken and dislodged and dislocated, and why this looks like a wholly unabominable nation of AI generated bullshit. Now we already know Disney is using AI in quite a few things of theirs, but this is so blatantly obvious that someone had to look at this and say, yes, this looks good, this is acceptable, we are going to keep this in our movie. Seriously, what in the unholy fuck is this? Like, I can't draw to save my life, so I probably shouldn't have the right to criticize. But even I can see that this is just wrong. Like, this does not look natural at all. This is not a natural pose. His shoulder is not where it should be. Like, this does not look like a lion that is going to grow up to be Mufasa. This looks like a lion who should not be alive, who should be on the floor dying in pain. Because that shoulder blade should not be that far back, that far out. It should be kind of on par with the other shoulder blade. And yeah, it just looks like AI generated crap. Now, I've mentioned before that I have a love-hate relationship with AI. Like, the technology amazes me. However, there's a lot of shit that goes along with AI at the moment. It'd be a whole lot better if they didn't steal other people's artwork and everything else. But that's a whole other topic for another day. But this is just bad. I mean, this company should be able to afford better, like, artists, or even decent artists. Like, even if they wanted to skimp out on paying like high-end artists to do like the job, they could at least get someone who actually knows autonomy to actually help here. But instead, no, they're just like, oh, we'll just use AI. Who cares? It's a quick cash grab. So who cares about anatomically correct? Yeah, I just got so frustrated. Anyway, so I don't have high hopes for this movie. I mean, I haven't had high hopes for Disney movies in a long time, but that's a whole other topic and not something I really want to talk about on this channel. But yeah, this just looks terrible. I don't know who decided that this was acceptable, but it's not. If I have to watch this, I'll probably sail the high seas in order to do so. That's kind of what I've done for one or two of the other live actions, because I'm refusing to support some of their stuff at the moment. And this is why. Well, one of the reasons why. I just can't abide by AI being used in replacement of, genuine people who work hard at their craft. And it just sucks. It really does. Like, just because they don't want to pay, like, people the money that, they're worth, they think they can just use AI and nobody will notice. But this is so noticeable. Like, I don't know how they thought that this would slip by. And unfortunately it hasn't slipped by, because now they are being ridiculously mocked on Twitter. And I don't even use Twitter all that much, and yet I've seen so many posts like just mocking this. I used to love Disney. Disney used to be like full of people who you could aspire to, be. They had originality, they had great artists. Yeah, that, the place is not easy, the job, you can get frustrated, you can get overworked, and sometimes pay isn't great, but at least you weren't being, replaced by a half-assed job of someone who's just like, click, oh, that'll do. Who cares about, anything actually decent looking? People won't notice, right? We noticed. And it is bad. And until Disney gets their shit together, I just don't care. I think the last movie I watched by them that I really enjoyed was probably Luca. That was a really sweet movie. It kind of reminded me of Studio Ghibli, which may be what they were going for. I mean, I have liked a couple of others, but I think Luca was definitely probably the one that I really enjoyed last. I haven't watched Wish. I kind of got rid of my Disney Plus subscription a while back, so I haven't watched Wish. I did attempt to watch the live-action Little Mermaid. Again, I may not have sailed the high seas for that one. And unfortunately, you just can't really surpass the original, unfortunately. I think Disney just wants to half-ass things, take away things that really shouldn't have mattered, and now some things don't make sense. It's a whole topic. Anyway, I just wanted to go over those images and just rant a little bit. So until the next one, Nosta, take care of yourself, and goodbye.